during the feeding of the llamas. This girl got distracted for just a second and immediately paid the price for her carelessness. An incredible moment, an osprey caught and is carrying 3 fish at once in its talons. One fish was lucky enough to slip away, but the osprey definitely doesn't intend to lose anymore. Little bear cubs love to play and climb trees, but this tree turned out to be too thin for 3 chubby cubs, and they all fall to the ground together in a funny way. Filming a gorilla at the zoo ended with a funny moment when, behind her, something stirred up a cloud of dust. Next is a very unusual moment. A young moose got stuck on the roof of a small shop and can't get down on its own. How it got up there and how they got it down remains a mystery. Here's another crazy moose that climbed onto the roof of a parking garage. Yes, that's definitely the best way to hide from a predator. You just need to walk behind it and it will never see you. The girl got so carried away playing the guitar that she didn't even notice a hawk had flown into her apartment. She started calming down the barking dog when the brazen hawk landed right in the bowl and startled her. Then the little poodle finally showed some character and chased the hawk away from its home. A clever shepherd dog eagerly rushes to carry out the command to take out the trash, but something went wrong along the way. A husband emotionally asks his wife to remove a big nasty insect from him, but he had no idea what was actually happening on his shoulder. While flying along a forest trail, a drone captured footage of a bear chasing after a running man. I think the drone operator quickly realized he needed to fly back to base and save himself. I don't even know if this trick was planned or if it happened by accident, but I laughed for a very long time. To save a poor koala from a deep pit, people lowered a log into it, which allowed her to successfully climb out. But that's not the end. While jumping, the frightened animal falls back into the pit. The second attempt to get out was more successful. While passing by a large puddle, the man decided to check if there were any crocodiles in it. The vicious, toothy creature turned out to be right there. At night, a puma broke into a backyard enclosure with ducks. 2 ducks were unlucky. The puma injured one of them and simply carried the other away in its jaws. This little dog brought a stone to the monument, hoping that at least someone would play with her. But despite all her attempts, the green man did not respond. Next is a new case of a bear attacking a car in the forests of Japan's Hokkaido province. The car clearly ended up between the mother bear and her cubs, as a result of which the mother attacked and broke one of the windshield wipers. The girl calmly asked her dog what he had brought in his mouth, and then her reaction was the funniest part. I laughed for a very long time. Just look at what this creature released. It looks really creepy and disgusting on a human hand. A man decided to record his romantic marriage proposal on camera, but his cheeky dog appeared in the frame and ruined all the romance. These fishermen were very surprised when they saw a cat swimming a kilometer from the shore. Why and where he was swimming is unclear, but he was successfully rescued with the help of a net. I think this is the easiest way to catch a seagull. Here are a few such moments. When pulling an empty cast net out of the water, the fisherman got a very unpleasant surprise. A small crocodile had gotten tangled in the net with its teeth. They definitely didn't need a catch like that, but to free the reptile, they had to cut off a piece of the net. No comment here, the raccoons are just trying to open the door. At night, a wolf attacked the village and went after a small dog. The doghouse. Only the roof of the doghouse was left. But the wolf can't manage to tear the dog away. In the background, behind the tractor, you can see a cowardly kangal who keeps hiding and is too afraid to attack to protect his friend. Fairly quickly, the wolf still managed to tear its prey away from the doghouse, and the cowardly yard protector never intervened. The owner put a GPS tracker on her cat and noticed that he ran to the same place every day, quite far from home. It turned out he was visiting a fluffy female cat, and when he was taken away, he was very displeased. This pair of brave parent birds defended their nest from a large buffalo, more than 100 times their size. These birds are called black-winged stilts. They began frantically flapping their wings and screaming, charged at the massive intruder. Soon the buffalo simply left. A man set up a surveillance camera to watch a stork's nest and noticed that the parents had stopped coming to feed the chicks. The man realized it was time to save them and began feeding them fish every day. You can see that the chicks grew up and soon left the nest and their rescuer. A man in a boat decided to rescue a monkey that had run out of strength right in the middle of the river. After lifting the poor thing onto the boat, they headed for the shore. The little monkey, with its nose and long limbs, looked very funny. The rescue was a success. These two cats took up fighting stances and a battle between them was inevitable, but a man decided to intervene in their showdown. The way he pulled his cat away looks very funny. A lioness decided to take a nap right next to the animal watering hole. Naturally, now no one dared to approach the water except for a brave elephant. He came up and started drinking, and in the end he splashed the lioness with water and chased her away. Here, a forest camera trap captured a meeting between a raccoon and an opossum who had 4 babies on its back. I was sure the lynx would attack, but after a brief staring contest, the lynx perhaps felt sorry for attacking an entire family and allowed the opossums to leave peacefully. Two wolves attacked a herd of bison and rather quickly singled out the smallest one. Despite its small size, the young bison managed to put up a decent fight against the wolves. It fought back and even tossed the wolves into the air, but hunger wouldn't let the wolves stop. Completely exhausted, they still managed to claim their well-deserved victory. Two young lions got so caught up in the chase that one of them crashed into a car at full speed. Here's what that moment looked like from the car. The headlight suffered a little. After returning home, the owner was met with a very unpleasant surprise from his dogs. The couch was ruined, while the dogs looked very pleased with themselves. They had a great time playing, but from their behavior, you can tell they feel guilty. The horse slipped and got stuck hanging on this suspension bridge. They had to rescue it. It falls into the raging river and quickly swims to the shore. It managed to get out onto the shore alive and well. Birds are excellent fishermen. The main thing is to wait for the right moment to strike. And this gray heron caught a bigger fish. A 250-kilogram bear accidentally got stuck in a storm drain in Colorado. To rescue the animal, they had to open the manhole cover. How it ended up there is unclear, but after the cover was opened, it quickly ran away. I bet you'll never guess who these rescuers are about to pull out of the sewer. It turned out that somehow a huge capybara had gotten stuck there. They helped the animal get out and it ran away unharmed. A monkey dropped a banana into the water. Her reaction is pretty funny. A trail camera captured a deer walking down the path at 11:05. Just 10 minutes later, a cougar followed in its tracks. I think she's going to catch up with her prey very quickly. The foolish seagull didn't notice the python and quickly paid for its mistake. In Canada, a mother bear decided to swim across a lake with her cubs. From the sounds, you can hear how the little one started to panic and cry out. The mother couldn't take it and turned back, and the cub immediately climbed onto her back. Then the mother bear swam back for the second cub, and the whole family successfully made it to shore. And this funny monkey has very long arms. It's a real tightrope walker who definitely doesn't need any kind of pole. Next is a very old recording of a leopard attacking a python's tail. He pulled it out of the bushes, but when he saw how big and fat that snake was, he immediately jumped back and didn't attack again. When people felled the old tree, they found it was hollow inside, filled with lots of fine sawdust. The people realized that something was living there and almost immediately spotted a little raccoon. The baby was rescued and he became a pet in that family. A black bear thief was spotted running away with a garbage bag at a Canadian golf club. According to the woman filming, that garbage bag was full of soda cans. And this is what a locust invasion looks like from the inside. The men are even trying to catch them with nets. That's just insane. I don't know what kind of animals these are, but they started a really funny fight and rolled down the hill together. And this bear was smart enough to break into the house, but he didn't know how to get out and ended up hanging from the window. In the end, he realized he needed to leave the same way he came in, and he managed to do it. Next is a hilarious moment. A huge bison slipped and fell on a frozen river, looking like a massive version of Bambi on ice. It seems that a crazy woodpecker mistook a window for a tree trunk, and the sounds from its pecking were extremely loud. A woman stopped to film a strange-looking insect that had been clinging to her hood for a long time while she was driving. It's a poisonous caterpillar and looks a lot like a monster from The Lord of the Rings. Here's further proof that hippos hate any fights or disturbances in their pond. When a fight broke out between the crocodiles and a wildebeest, the hippo attacked both of them. Sometimes this behavior helps the victim escape from deadly jaws of the crocodile, but not this time. The predator clamped down with a death grip and didn't let go until the very end. And this gorilla couldn't push the stick through the mesh and just got upset. To make getting food more interesting for the monkeys, pumpkins were hung for them on long ropes. The clever little monkeys quickly figured out how to get this food. These fishermen definitely did not expect to catch a mako shark, especially since, after grabbing the bait, it jumped onto the deck of their fishing boat by itself. I've never seen anything like this before. It turns out that there are not only horse races, but ostrich races as well. The white cart was the favorite, but only the red one made it to the finish line. Next, here are a few moments that show just how skillful cats can be and what tricks they are capable of performing.